Hi everybody and welcome back to the Upside Down. I got to see Gran Turismo as part of Regal's Monday Mystery Movie. What did I think of this film based on a true story surrounding the Gran Turismo PlayStation game? Before I get started, please just help me get to my goal of 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more content coming from me, including a 40x review of this very movie when it drops after August 11th. I definitely am going to be seeing this again. I'm actually excited to see this again in 40x, and I will get that review out to you guys, so definitely keep an eye out for that. I was pretty excited for this movie. I loved how they were going the true story route instead of making it a video game adaptation. I thought that was very smart. I thought that the true story sounded really cool. It definitely intrigued me. I really liked the trailers, actually. I knew little to nothing about this true story before seeing these trailers. I wasn't going to go to Monday Mystery Movie, but when I was sure, because I was basically 100% sure that it was going to be Gran Turismo, I went, and I am very happy that I did. I think this is a really solid true story biopic film, whatever you want to call it. I think that they did a pretty good job. Neill Blomkamp, this might be his best work since District 9. It's not saying that much with Elysium and Chappie. I can definitely see the quote for this movie being Neill Blomkamp's best since District 9. This is just an incredible true story. I can't believe that this happened. I mean, obviously there's probably things added and taken out for dramatic effect and all of that, and I know that there's characters that were made up for this movie, probably based off real characters. They just didn't use the actual names and the actual stuff. They just needed other racers, other friends, family, audience members. But Han Mardenbauer was actually part of this film. He played his own stunt double in this film. I thought that was a very cool fact. There is probably a lot of truth to this story and how it went down because he was involved. Archie Madekwe, he did fantastic. I really enjoyed how he acted as this real life person. He has a lot of charisma. You can tell that he has passion, the character and the actor. I really enjoyed him, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more from him in the future. There's different parts from all the actors that seems it's corny, the dialogues and delivery of a line might be a little off, but for the most part I thought he was fantastic. David Harbour is of course fantastic. Perfect role for him. You know, the rough mentor kind of person turning into the lovable mentor, the lovable friend, and I really enjoyed that. That relationship is pretty much the core, I think, of this film, and it added a lot of the emotional depth. Djimon Hounsou also added some emotional depth. I do think that they could have built up his character a little better and had a couple more scenes with him from when Jan goes to the academy after, I mean, his father wasn't really supportive of it, and then to the next time we see Han's dad, it's like he's turned it around a little bit. I feel like we could have got a scene or two in between with him and his parents and maybe his brother, I don't know, just to really make that arc hit. Even though it did still hit, I think David Harbour's Jack and Archie Madekwe's Han, they were really the heart of this film. Han's passion for racing is the heart, and it's really inspiring. It's an inspiring underdog film about an incredible true story, and I thought that they did it pretty well. Definitely some flaws here, but for the most part I thought it was thrilling. I didn't know anything about the story, so I was like, oh, are they gonna make it? I mean, obviously Han is still alive, so you know that at least, and there's some predictability and there's some things where it falls into the tropes of a based on a true story film, but I really thought the racing was done pretty well. It's filmed well, pretty good directing. I loved what they did with the visual effects, like Tetris earlier in the year, how they did visuals from the Tetris game in the real world as if the actors are seeing it or imagining it. They do that here with Gran Turismo. I thought that was very cool. Jan will be imagining the lines on the road. He'll imagine he's back at home in his room driving the actual video game. There's times when the car deconstructs, like on screen in his mind, in our minds, to go back to him in his room, a flashback. And I thought that was really cool because he's using his knowledge of the game, which was the point of this, to actually drive in real courses that he's only driven in the simulator game. I thought that was very well done. I really liked the visuals here. The use of practical effects, the use of CGI at times, and sometimes it could be a little noticeable, or at least I think it was. At times. I'm really bad at noticing bad CGI. I thought the racing was really well done. It was thrilling. I was holding my breath at times. I was on the edge of my seat, just wondering what was going to happen. I was in awe at times. I do have my flaws, obviously, so I think this comes with the territory for biopics or true story films. Some plot points are just rushed. Storylines are just breezed through in montage form even. And I understand maybe we didn't need to see all of it, but there was definitely parts where it was just rushing through a plot line. Like I said, his dad and him, we should have got a couple scenes in between him leaving for academy until the next time we see him. That could have been more emotionally resonant, even though I did think that that relationship ended up being very good and very well executed. Same again with David Harbour and his character. You really felt that they were growing together and really starting to appreciate, respect, and like each other. I really enjoyed their relationship. the contrast between them. David Harbour's character used to be a racer, and we go into why he stopped. We go into what happened. We go into different things about guilt. I love that it doesn't shy away from some of that stuff. People might die. People might get seriously injured, and we don't shy away from feeling the blame, whether you blame yourself, whether you don't, whether it's your fault. I really liked that contrast. David Harbour and his relationship and his dad and his relationship are definitely the hearts of the film, and of course just the overall message and heart is just, you're an underdog and you want to be inspired. You can do what you want. Put your mind to it. You can succeed in a lot of stuff. I really liked that. You could really tell Jan has a passion for racing. He has reasons for why he wants to do it. I thought that that was really well done, actually. Yes, there's some flaws. There's definitely some tropes that they use. I mean, I think that's going to be evident in most true story biopics, you know? That's just how life goes sometimes. Really, the other characters, you don't get much. Orlando Bloom is good in it. He doesn't really have a standout scene, where I would say David Harbour and Jan do have their standout scenes together. Han and his dad, kind of his mom, but not as much. And he has a girlfriend, a love interest. That's not really that developed. And him and his other friends and like people that were in the academy with him, they kind of show up again. They were all good. That's not developed that well. But it was just important to get Han right and his passion. And then you have a plus of David Harbour's character and Djimon Housou's character as his dad. There's times you gotta suspend your disbelief. Again, this is a true story, so for all I know, most of this stuff did really happen. Jan was in a bag wreck. That's pretty much what I know. There's other wrecks in the film that other people get really messed up. It seems that they should get really messed up. They're fine and they can walk away from it. They don't seem that injured. They're not dead. Again, maybe that did happen. I definitely recommend this movie. I could see it being a fun time in 4DX. I'm excited to see it again. Regardless, I really liked it. Before I get to my grade, definitely make sure you keep an eye out for my 4DX review after August 11th when this film drops. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. What would I give Gran Turismo? Gran Turismo gets an 8 out of 10 from me. That's an 8 out of 10 for Gran Turismo. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more content from me, please click around here to see some other content from me. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, make me your 4DX guy, and come to the upside down.